How everybody doing today? And thank y'all again for joining me. I got a lot of questions about the video that we talked about last Sunday. Some of the questions was one person said that it's common sense if a person make payments instead of once a month, if they make payments bi-weekly, that sure you're going to pay the house off earlier. That's common sense. Well, let me tell you what common sense is. Common sense is this: if you're working on a job and a job is paying you bi-weekly, and the job says to you, I'm gonna go and start paying you every week, or I'm gonna start paying you once a month, changing the payment, whether or not it's bi-weekly, whether or not it's weekly, or whether or not it's monthly, does not change the amount of money. When you change the way that you give the money, it doesn't change the money. And so when I say change your payments from once a month to bi-weekly, it does not mean that if your mortgage is $2,000, it does not mean, and I just thought it was common sense, but evidently somebody else didn't. But it means that instead of paying $2,000 a month, it means that you pay $1,000, which still equals up to $2,000 at the end of the month. Now, another thing that, another question that somebody said is, hey, bro, what's up with the money orders? Why? Okay, now, this is what I say. If somebody else choose to take cash to the bank, or if somebody else choose to write a check, or if somebody else choose to go online and pay it, they have that option to do it. I'm only telling you the way that I did it. Listen, I went out and I got the money orders, and I typed up a letter, and I put it in an envelope, and I sent each one of them out. That's how I did it. Now, the reason why I did it, because inside the letter, I specified and said that this money that I'm sending, I wanted to go straight to the principal. Now, if you send money in, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to apply to the principal, which if you send it in and say, okay, during the middle of the month, I'm gonna send an extra $100 in, they'll receive that extra $100, or whatever you send in, they'll receive it. But they're not gonna apply it just to the principal. They're gonna apply it to everything else. Okay, so the difference of sending in $100 and whether or not you do it, listen, whether or not you do it by check, whether or not you do it by money order, whether or not you take it to the bank, or however you choose to do it, the only difference is when a person sends an extra payment in versus a person sending a payment directly to the principal, the principal, the money directly goes to the loan that's on your house. When you send money in and it's not specified that it goes directly to the principal, it goes to your loan. And your loan is a total of the mortgage, the insurance, because most people get the insurance inside a loan so they don't have to make two payments, and it goes towards the interest. So it doesn't stop the interest still goes on, but that's how the payment goes. And the interest, that money goes towards the person that's lending the money. So the person that's lending the money, if somebody sent an extra payment in, they're not gonna take it and just apply it to the principal, because basically if anybody do that, it's like taking money right out of their pocket and just putting it towards your loan. That's money that goes to them. So you see the difference? And like I said, I got the money order because that's the way that I chose to do it. Some people, lenders, let's say for instance, somebody lender is through the bank. Well, some cases, the bank is right there in their city. Now, my mortgage company was out of town. I believe my mortgage company, my lender was, I believe that was in Florida. And another reason, I didn't do it. I didn't have online access, which I probably could have, but I didn't pursue it, and I didn't have it. So I didn't go online and do it. Now, the other thing is, I got the money order and I typed up the letter saying I want this to go straight to the principal, is because I, for my record, wanted to have a backup for every payment that I sent. I wanted to make sure that the money goes towards the principal. So that's the way I did it. Now, somebody says, okay, about the money orders, they saying, hey, I want to just pay mine at the bank. I want to go on the computer and direct deposit. Hey, listen, you go ahead and do it. I'm only telling you what I did and what success that I had from what I did. Now, if somebody else choose to do it another way, that's fine. Go ahead and do it your way. I'm telling you what I did, and my house is paid for. So you can do it any kind of way that you want. Not saying you won't be successful, but I'm only telling you what I did. Now, the second thing is, somebody said the question is, they tried to do it with their institution, with their lender, and a lender doesn't allow it. Yes, you'll get that sometime, but this is the case about it. And sometimes, let me say this. Sometimes it takes a little effort. It's nothing that, like I said, is gonna sit back sometime and just fall in your lap. Most people that sit back with an attitude looking for stuff to fall in their lap is the people that I'm talking about that started off with me, that's still paying for their house and got 7, 8, or 9 years left on their house when they had their house 10 years before me. Now, just listen to this. I'm still gonna say what I had to say about when they say the institution wouldn't allow them to do that. Now, for me to go out and get 12 money orders, for me to go and get 12 envelopes, for me to type up or write up one letter saying I want this payment to go straight to my principal, and for me to go to the post office and get 12 stamps and just drop them in the mailbox once a month, it was worth it for me to do it that way. It wasn't hard work at all, because if I had not have done it, let's say the way that I did it, let me see. So I believe that our house been paid for almost, I know it's been over a year, so probably a year and a half or 2 years, somewhere like that. So I'm saying, so that means if I paid it off in, 9 years, and so that means that I would have still had, I want to say, about 18 years left on my house. So what I did was worth me, listen now, what I did was worth me doing it that way, because that was 18 years that I took off my mortgage that I didn't have to pay. But you do have some people in some cases that say, man, I don't feel like doing nothing. Let them take the money once a month. I'll go ahead and ride my 30 years out. Hey, that's fine. And you got that right too. And more likely, that's what you're going to do. So you just keep on doing that. Now, but I'm just telling you the way that I did it. But so when I say that some of this may take a little effort, but in the long run, the effort going to pay off. Even if somebody only get 7, 8 years, even 6 years knocked off their mortgage, to me, I think it's worth a little effort. But like I said, everybody don't have that little spunk in them. Now, getting back to some people say the institution don't do that, and yes, you will run into that. But you still have the option to go with a mortgage company that a lender that do it. You don't have to stick with the lender that you have. All you have to do is make a couple of phone calls and go with another lender or go with another mortgage company that does allow you to do that. And most of the time, when you go with another mortgage company or you go with another lender and you don't take anything, any equity out of the house, most of the time, I'll say about 85% of the time, your interest rate gets lower because everybody is in the business to make money. And there's a lot of people and companies out there that's trying to lend money. So when you go to them and you tell them, hey, I want to refinance with another lender, another mortgage company, what interest rate, this is my interest rate. Let's say the interest rate is 10%. What interest rate you going to give me? They say, hey, we may give you 7%. Now, that 7% automatic gonna even bring you down, gonna bring your payments down. So that right there would allow you, and that would even allow you, if you already got it fixed, that hey, I'm able to pay $2,000 a month for my mortgage with ease. So when the interest rate drop, your mortgage payment a month a drop. So it may go from $2,000 to $1,800. But like I said before, this system that I'm giving you, you don't have to worry about putting up any extra money. Now, when they came to me and they seen that what I was doing was bringing my house down and it was building equity real fast, in order to keep my mortgage company, in order to keep me, they came to me and wanted me to refinance, not refinance to get any money, but refinance to bring my interest rate down, which worked on my behalf. Now, I didn't even have to put up any money. They told me that they will take the cost of what it costs for me to refinance and put it on the back end of the loan. And basically anything that they put on the back end of the loan, you really don't see it. But when they put it on the back end of the loan and bring my interest rate down, it also brought my payments down. Even though I was still giving them the same thing, it brought the payment down. So to that, to say somebody institution won't do it, hey, what you got to do, what you got to lose, look into it and see, can you go with another lender or another mortgage company that'll take your loan, and ask them what will they give you? Will they give you a lower interest rate? And also, can you pay bi-weekly as well? Because majority all of them do it. The only ones really don't do it is the ones that's trying to keep you for 30 years. So you don't have to stay with that. So that's the question to that. Now, somebody asked me, the question was, are you saying that you want me to pay 2 full monthly payments? Absolutely not. Because most of the people that's looking into this and talking, that's trying to get their house paid off, they're almost at their peak anyway. So no, I'm not saying that. The only thing that I'm saying is what I said from the beginning. You take the monthly payment that you're paying, you contact your institute, and you tell them that you want to get off paying monthly and you want to go bi-weekly, which is still going to be the same thing. If you're paying $1,000 for mortgage a month, you'll be paying $500 every 2 weeks. And the way, and you gotta say bi-weekly, because I believe if you tell them twice a month or every 2 weeks is different from bi-weekly. I believe that bi-weekly is the 15th and the 30th, and I believe that every 2 weeks is the 1st and the 15th. Well, however they have it, one of them don't. One of them takes the money and hold it until they get the other money, and that's when they apply it. So you got to make sure that you say bi-weekly. So I hope that helped everyone. And like I said before, if you want to get this payment off you, put in the work, because I put in the work and it's great. Because even I can't say that hard times or whatever come, because when you got that money that was direct deposited out of your account one time and now you no longer have that. Matter of fact, the mortgage that I was paying, it was just about when I paid the house off and took the mortgage away, that mortgage payment actually now can cover all my bills for the entire month. You know, like the cell phone bill, the light bill, the water bill, the insurance, different stuff like that. It covers everything. So now if you used to paying a mortgage, I mean, now you just take the same money and you pay the bills. And when you used to paying your bills, I mean, it's just free money now. Well, I'm not gonna say free money to me. It may be free money to somebody else, because I do take the money and I save that and I invest that, but that's another story. So I hope that answer some people questions. Like I said, if there's any more questions that you have, you can go ahead and drop it in the comment. Now, this is what I say to you. I'm not saying something to you that I heard. I'm saying something to you that I done, and it has been proven to work. And this is not hearsay. I'm living it. I'm not somebody that went on YouTube or went online or read and got the information from somebody and translating it to you. No. I'm actually talking to you from experience. Because remember this, and please keep this in mind. What you make happen for others, God will make happen for you.
And it helps me to do what honors him the most.